What's up? My name's Francisco. I've been climbing for about a year. Decided to make a video about my day as a climber. So that's my buddy Mitch. He's one of the employees at the gym. Really nice guy. Scan in here. I do have the membership. And walk through the door to check out Climb Lafayette. So Climb Lafayette is pretty much exclusively the gym that I've been climbing at. I would say that it's got a pretty even mix of bouldering and top rope climbing, but for the most part, everybody boulders. So we have these cubbies here that we like to put our stuff in. They don't really have locks, but I haven't heard of anyone getting their stuff stolen, so we'll hope that that doesn't happen today. So I like to have all Velcro shoes. Some people like laces, but Velcro really helps me get my shoes on and off fast, and if you've climbed before, you know that climbing shoes are really uncomfortable, so getting them off fast is pretty important. So here you see I'm putting on my So Ill climbing shoes. They are really tight, so sometimes it can be hard to get them on, especially with one hand. So I'm grabbing my Tevas and I'm putting them in the shoe pile. It's pretty unorganized, but suppose it gets the job done. So there's my girlfriend Juliet. She's on the exercise bike. One thing I like about this gym is it's got a bunch of exercise equipment for us to use when we're not climbing. So here's the wall, the main boulder section. It's a big rock kind of in the center of the gym. Here's my buddy. Dap him up. They've got a little coffee stand right there, and you can see that there's a nice overhang on the left, as well as some nice routes. One thing that I've noticed with different climbing gyms is different densities of routes. And I feel like Climb Lafayette actually does a really good job of having a good route density. It seems like there's enough problems and they change often enough that it doesn't get boring. So that's really important to me, and climbing is just a really fun way to get exercise. So right when I get to the gym, I hop on an easier problem, stretch a little bit on the holds, just get my limbs and fingers ready for the exercise I'm about to do. So I think this is a pretty basic V1, V2 maybe. Just like to take these slowly and focus on technique and not overstressing my body, just getting myself warm. You don't really want to jump into the hard stuff quickly, otherwise you can get injured. Yeah, there you see I hit a little pose for the camera. So here's my buddy. He's a really good climber. He's been climbing longer than I have, and we're scoping out this new problem. I had been trying it a couple times, but wasn't able to get past the start. So we're going to see if he can show us a good way to get this started. Wanted to get a cool angle here. Yeah, that's the angle.
Yeah, and then it's like
A pretty far throw. Got me pretty excited. Catch on the small hold. Really good use of volumes here from the route setters. So even though it's an overhang problem, it's a very three-dimensional climb. So you feel like there's holds all around you. You can kind of shimmy your way up in very creative, different ways. I think he's going to try a crazy move here. Oh, yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah, that was nuts. Definitely couldn't do that yet, but one day. One of the cool things about climbing is you meet so many people that are at different skill levels, so I'm either helping someone or learning from someone, but we're all friendly. This guy's name's Grayson. He actually won our climbing competition, the intermediate section, which is the section I was competing in. I'm pretty sure this is a V4 route, pretty slopey with a tiny little finish. He's a really great climber, and it's always great to just sit back and while I'm resting in between climbs to watch other climbers do stuff, because you can learn a lot from them. Yeah. This is another guy at the gym, probably the best guy at the gym. Extremely strong, climbs hard. He actually won in that competition, the advanced, which means he's probably the best climber in the area. Another one of my buddies. All right, so here I'm going to try this problem I've been trying for a while. Yeah, there we go. We fall right about there every time. So after a couple minutes, give it another burn. I'm kind of visualizing how I'm going to go about this route. and I changed up some of my foot placement with my right foot. So instead of using the hold, I'm just kind of flagging my foot, which means resting my foot on the wall, and that ended up working. It stayed on the wall. Have not gotten this far on the route, so I'm all excited. Grab the pinch. It's not as good as it thought it was going to be, but it's good enough. Trying to figure out my right foot placement. I don't think that was the right way to do it, but I got to the next hold, so can't complain, I guess. Big crossover with the right hand. Trying to find how to stabilize here. Grab that hold, place my right foot, and that's the finish. 2 hands on the finish. That means you completed the route. Short down climb, and then I fall. This is the moon board. It's really nice, very hard. And here's some more of that exercise equipment, getting a nice workout. I think climbing for a lot of people is just a fun way to get exercising. You know, people find gyms boring, and climbing's pretty fun. So here we go. This is one of my buddies trying a moonboard problem. He's concerned about even getting off the ground on this one. So I'm trying to coach him through it. I have no idea how I would do it, but I'm hoping he can, and just trying to be motivational for him. I'm pretty sure this was a V8 on the moonboard. Moonboard's it's really cool. It's an app-based board which sits at a 45-degree angle and has standardized holds everywhere in the country. So you can create routes and upload them to this app and then try them and probably fall off them. So here's this route I wanted to try. It's like a V3 bench line, I think, route. And let's see, this 45-degree angles, it doesn't seem like it, but it makes it really hard to stay on this wall. Really struggling, a lot of body tension, really takes a lot of finger strength. It's really recommended that you don't even start trying on this thing until you've been climbing for about a year. So you see I fall off there. I think my foot was too high. So I take a look back at the route and reconsider. I think my idea here was to, instead of trying to use that high foot, which was kind of kicking me off the wall, to just let my feet kind of dangle for my throw. And you'll see that here as I get ready for this kind of crazy jump for me, at least. Then I cut feet, used my core to get back onto the wall, and it worked perfectly. I was able to hold onto the wall without falling off, and then I think I finish up there. 2 hands on the finish, just like any other boulder, and I'm done. So after a bunch of other climbs, I'm walking around. There's my girlfriend hanging out with some of our friends. Grab my stuff from the lockers, change my shoes, and we're off. Saying goodbye to my buddies. This is Mitch. He's an employee at the climbing gym. One thing that's cool about these gyms is that you end up becoming friends with the employees, and they can help you out with stuff, and it's all great.
Bye.
So here we got another coffee maker. I don't know why we have 2. Kind of unsure. Trying to hold my phone with my chin on my chest here, so you get a little shirt point of view here. Got to wash your hands after you climb. It gets grimy out there. Everyone's touching the same holds. Anyway, drying it off, throw the paper towel away. And here's the kind of entranceway. I always like to look at the shoes that they have available. They have a little shop at the front here that you can kind of look at different climbing merch and different drinks and clothes and ropes and anything you need climbing. But feeling pretty broke today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign out. And there I am. And that'll call it a day for climbing. All right, thank you.